Good evening, everybody. Ouronnj here with another War of the Visions video, and tonight we are going to be talking about the tower a little bit. Now, I'm not putting out a tower guide. Dr. Diggs has that covered in more detail than I would ever care to go into, but if you need that, it's out there and it's good. I'm going to talk about the tower loot a little bit tonight, though. I'm going to give you kind of an idea what you should target going for, depending on what your account's like, what I think about the big ticket items in the shop, the drops, all that stuff. We're going to get to that right now. Okay, so let's talk about the tower loot a little bit. I'm going to go into equipment here, and we're going to start by showing off Rain's sword, because Rain, a unit we just got EX'd, and his sword is going to be available in the shop, I believe, like the exchange shop for the tower. And let's look at this thing. So it's the Crimson Saber, and this is a fantastic sword for Rain. If you're somebody who just runs Rain a lot, or you're planning on running Rain a lot, I would start here. I think this might be one of the best pieces of gear the tower has ever given us, but only if you use Rain. It's actually trash on like every other greatsword user we have. It has 170 magic. When he just auto attacks with it, it has a chance of taking defense down by 20, which is something. At least makes his auto attacks like sort of worthwhile. And then it gives slash attack up 15. Basically, this is all stuff Rain likes. Right? The HP on it's a little low. It has barely any attack, a very little bit of accuracy. It's really only good for a magic using greatsword user, aka Rain. And he even likes the slash attack up because a lot of his magic attacks do scale with slash. So Crimson Saber is definitely a target you want to get if this is your first tower event. And I believe it's not going to be too hard to get. Like, of the achievable goals, I think the Crimson Saber should be the easiest one. Now, I haven't seen the shops yet, right? It comes out tomorrow, but target this if you're somebody who likes Rain. Now, let's look at the rest of the tower gear that's going to drop. So we'll go over to accessories, and let's start with the Luminous Armlet. This is something that your light characters can use, right? It is a light character only. You can only get one of them. And here's the stats on this thing. 346 HP, 80 attack, 80 magic, so balanced between your attack characters and your magic characters. 6 defense and spirit, so again, not leaning either way. But check out the resist. These rings are all about the resist. 20 dark resist. Bingo, that's fantastic. 15 light resist, love that. And then it has poison resist and doom resist. Those are kind of whatever, but this light and dark resist, with how prevalent light damage and dark damage are in the game, I actually think the Luminous Armlet is my favorite of the rings that we've gotten from tower so far. Light and dark are everywhere. Being able to stack 20 more light resist, or 20 more dark resist or 15 more light resist as just the passive on an accessory, really good. I love this piece of gear, and I still use it sometimes. Okay, we also need to look at the Tide Ring. Where's that thing sitting? We're going to scroll through what I missed it. You guys, I suck at picking things off of a list. It's my weakness. Here's the Tide Ring. Okay, again, stat-wise, basically the same as the last one, right? Balance between attack and magic, balance between defense and spirit. You can see I actually haven't, I didn't max out spirit on this one, but it's the resists. Again, the resists are the big deal with these pieces of gear. Fire attack resist up 20, water attack resist up 15, and evasion down 20. Now, that evasion down is significant, especially if it's somebody like Titus, who can get a dodge, luckily, every once in a while. So, ooh, I don't love that, but these resists are really good, and they're becoming better by the day. Fire resist used to be kind of like troll, right? Like, who runs fire units 3 months ago? Okay, who runs fire units now? Every freaking buddy does. So, if you're running a water team or a lot of water units, and you know you got to deal with King Mont, you know you got to deal with Rain, you know, maybe there's some King Eldas running around, Luarthas, fires all over the place right now. This ring has gone up in value significantly since when it dropped, and I'm actually really happy that I went ahead and farmed this out, because tower, not the easiest content in the game to farm, especially if you have a new account. It's going to be work to farm that thing. But This is my third favorite piece of gear that we've talked about so far, but I still think it's really good, and I think the value of this only goes up as fire and water units become more prevalent in the game, and I don't think they're going away. I think people are going to use Titus for a long time. I think people are going to be using King Mont for like the next year plus, so this ring is really good, and you kind of need to decide at this point, do you want the light ring? Do you want the tide ring? Can you farm both? You'll have to just look at your account what you can accomplish. But we're getting a new ring, so let's skip over to like a preview of our new piece of gear. Okay, now you see the flame ring on the screen right now, and hey, no surprise, the stat line on the thing, the same as the light ring and the tide ring. Cool. But, okay, equipable this time by your fire units. Let's look at the passive effects, because that's what we're into. Ice resist 20, fire resist 15. Cool, like those. And then it's going to give you a decrease immobilize resistance 25%. But I think that's actually making you more susceptible to immobilize, unless this is a weird translation error by the JP to English. It might make you worse at resisting immobilize, or it might give you 25 immobilize resistance. I'm actually not 100% sure on that. Either way, that's not a huge deal. The ice resistance and the fire resistance are, though. If you're running King Mont, somebody who could wear this ring, Rain, again, any of these fire units, and you're building specifically to be ice teams, this is 20 ice resist on an item. Yeah, this is going to push you into that, you just don't even care that there's ice units on the same map as you, because you're going to wipe the floor with them. Very, very good piece of gear. And think about somebody like Rain, right? Where if you're running Rain in an anti-ice team, he doesn't have the best defense, right? A lot of our ice units besides Medina are physical damage dealers, so you want to stack Rain's ice resistance to fight them. Here's 20% ice resistance on an accessory that will be really helpful for him. So I do think this is good. I think it's worth farming if you can. Right now, running tower. I'm going to just do my little spiel on running tower real quick. For me, I have this, my account is stacked, right? I'm just going to put together OP teams and just throw them on auto at floors until I clear the tower a couple times where I can get this ring. I already have the rest of the loot. I just need this. It's going to be pretty easy for me to get this piece of gear. If you're not me and you need to go get this ring and Rain sword, or you need to try to get the maybe they've released these other rings again, which I'm hoping they do, you might have to pick which one you want, and that's a big choice, right? You're gonna have to see how much of tower you can farm, what you're going to be able to go after, and then set reasonable goals for yourself and pick which one you want to use the most and go for that. So that's a preview of the kind of loot you can get from this tower. Yeah, good luck to everybody who's gonna farm this thing. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope y'all have a great night. Good luck with your polls tomorrow if you're going to poll, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.